Welcome back, dear student, and Jai Swaminarayan. In the previous class, we were derived the equation of motion for the constant acceleration. Right? We were derived a three equation of motion for a uniform accelerated motion. Now, dear student, we understand some examples regarding these equations. Right? How we use the equation for the motion in the to calculate the distance traveled by the object, to calculate the final velocity, to calculate the acceleration of the object. This all the things we will discuss in this class. So dear student, in the today's class we will discuss about us examples regarding a uniform accelerated motion. सो डियर स्टूडेंट, उससे पहले हम एक बार रिवाइज कर लेते हैं कि कौन से इक्वेशन हमने डिराइव किए थे. सो डियर स्टूडेंट, इक्वेशन ऑफ यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेटेड मोशन. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय द यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेटेड मोशन? So the motion of the body moving with the uniform acceleration, right? That means constant acceleration or constant deceleration. So when the object is moving with the constant acceleration, right, the motion is said to be a uniform accelerated motion. So dear student, जब भी कोई भी बॉडी है वो कांस्टेंट एक्सेलरेशन से मूव होती है तो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? यूनिफॉर्मली एक्सेलरेटेड मोशन बोलते हैं. एंड फॉर द यूनिफॉर्म एक्सेलरेटेड मोशन, right, for the uniform acceleration we were derive a three equation, and these equations are called the equation of motion. So dear student, what are the equations of motion? First equation of motion is v is equal to u plus at. S second equation of motion is s is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. Third equation of motion is 2as is equal to v square minus u square. First equation is called the velocity time relation. Second equation gives us the distance time relation, and third equation gives us the distance velocity relation, where u is the initial velocity of the object, v is the final velocity of the object, a constant acceleration, t time, and s is the distance traveled by the object in a time interval t. So today's example we use these three equations for the calculating the final velocity, calculating the distance traveled by the object, right? So let's start with the first example, example number 8.5 given in the textbook, right? Sentence of the example is a train starting from the rest. रेस्ट का मतलब क्या है? A train starting from rest. Rest, that means the initial velocity of the train is 0. So here we take the initial velocity of train u is equal to 0. Attains a velocity of 72 kilometer per hour in a 5 minute, right? So the train attains the velocity of 72 kilometer per hour in a 5 minute. So it's a final velocity v is equal to 72 kilometer per hour. So this 72 kilometer per hour we need to convert into the meter per second, right? So how we can convert kilometer per hour into the meter per second? 72 multiplied by 5 by 18, right? If we multiply 5 by 18 we get the value in meter per second. So if we multiply 72 multiplied by 5 by 18 we get a value of 20 meter per second. So here the final velocity of the train is given to you 20 meter per second. In a 5 minute, time is given to you, t is equal to 5 minute. We need to convert into the second. 1 minute is equal to 60 second. So 5 minute is equal to 5 multiplied by 60, that is 300 second. Assuming that the acceleration is uniform. Here given that the acceleration is uniform, that means acceleration is constant. Find the acceleration. Second, the distance traveled by the train for attaining this velocity. So here we want to calculate the two things. First one is the constant acceleration and second one is the distance traveled by the train, right? So dear student, how we calculate the acceleration? What is the definition of the acceleration? Acceleration is defined as the ratio of change in velocity divided by time. So with the help of same equation, acceleration A is equal to change in velocity divided by time t, right? So change in velocity, that means final velocity minus initial velocity, v minus u divided by t, right? So here the formula of acceleration A is equal to v minus u divided by t. So here the final velocity is given to you 20 meter per second. So 20 meter per second minus initial velocity is 0 meter per second divided by time is 300 second. So 20 minus 0 we get a 20 and divided by 300 we get the answer 1 divided by 15 meter per second, right? Instead of this we can write also the answer of acceleration in a 0 point something, right? Now second question is that the distance traveled by the train. How we calculate the distance traveled by the train? By the distance time relation. So from this formula, distance velocity relation, right? 2as is equal to v square minus u square, but here the initial velocity u is equal to 0, right? So therefore we write like this, 2as is equal to v square, right? So from this formula we can calculate the s is equal to v square by 2a. V final velocity given to you 20 meter per second, initial velocity 2 acceleration 1 divided by 15 square. So 20 square we get a 400 divided by 2 multiplied by 1 by 15. So dear student, 20 square 400 divided by 2 into acceleration 1 by 15, right? So 400 divided by 2 into 1 by 15. We take a 15 in the upward direction. 400 multiplied by 15 divided by 2, we get the answer 3000 meter. So the distance traveled by the train for attaining this velocity is 3 kilometer, because 1000 meter it is equal to 1 kilometer. So dear student, understand how to calculate this example and similar example, right? एग्जाम्पल फिर से एक बार रिवाइज कर लेते हैं. अ ट्रेन स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम रेस्ट अटेन्स अ वेलोसिटी ऑफ 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर इन अ 5 minute. So here a train starting from rest, that means its initial velocity u is equal to 0. Given that when the body is at a rest, its velocity is 0. So the initial velocity of the train u is equal to 0. Final velocity is given to you 72 kilometer per hour. So the final velocity of the train v is equal to 72 kilometer per hour. We need to convert this 72 kilometer per hour into the meter per second. So how we convert the kilometer per hour into the meter per second? by multiplying 5 by 18, right? So 72 multiplied by 5 divided by 18, we get the answer 20 meter per second, and time t given to you 5 minute, right? So t is equal to 5 minute, so 1 minute is equal to 60 second, so 5 minute is equal to 5 multiplied by 60 is equal to 300 second. Assuming that the acceleration is uniform, that is the constant acceleration, find the acceleration and second distance traveled by the train for attaining this velocity. So dear student, how we calculate the acceleration? Acceleration is equal to the change in the velocity divided by time. So acceleration A is equal to change in the velocity, that means final velocity minus initial velocity, v minus u divided by t. So here v given to you 20 meter per second, u is a 0, so 20 minus 0 divided by 300, we get the acceleration 1 divided by 15 meter per second square. Meter per second square is the unit of the acceleration. You must have to write the unit of all the physical quantities. Second, how we can calculate the distance traveled by the train? So from the distance velocity relation, 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Here the initial velocity u is a 0. So v square minus 0, we get the 2as is equal to v square. So from that, s is equal to v square divided by 2a. V final velocity we take a 20, 20 square divided by 2 multiplied by acceleration we had calculated 1 divided by 15, 1 divided by 15. If we calculate this, 20 square 400 divided by 2 multiplied by 1 by 15, we get the answer 3000 meter. That is a 3 kilometer, because 1000 meter is a 1 kilometer. That's why the 3000 kilometer is a 3000 meter is a 3 kilometer. So understand about this example. Now we take a next example. Example number 8.6. A car accelerates uniformly from 18 km per hour to the 36 km per hour in a 5 seconds. So dear student, here car is moving with the constant acceleration. Its velocity changes from 18 km per hour to the 36 km per hour. So here the initial velocity of the car is 18 km per hour and the final velocity of the car is 36 km per hour, and this change in a velocity is in a 5 second. So the time is given to you 5 second. Calculate acceleration and distance covered by the car in this time. So dear students, similar example which we were discussed previously. Here the change in the initial velocity is given to you, final velocity is given to you, time is given to you. We need to calculate acceleration as well as the distance covered by the object. So देखते हैं कैसे calculate करते हैं. So here given that the initial velocity u is equal to 18 km per hour, we need to convert this 18 km per hour into the meter per second. कैसे convert करेंगे? 18 multiply by 5 divided by 18, right? So we get u is equal to 5 meter per second. Final velocity v is equal to 36 km per hour. So convert this 36 km per hour into meter per second. We get a answer 10 meter per second, and time t is equal to 5 seconds. So from the equation of acceleration, a is equal to v minus u divided by t. V is the final velocity given a 10 meter per second. So it is 10 minus u 5 meter per second, 5 divided by 5 second. we get the acceleration a is equal to 1 meter per second square, right? Now, how we can calculate the distance covered by the object? So, distance covered by the object is calculated with the help of the distance velocity formula as well as the distance time formula. So, in this example, we use a distance time formula. We can also calculate the distance traveled by the object, which the formula which we were used in a previous example, but here we calculate distance from this distance time relation. So distance time relation is given to you, s is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. So here initial velocity u is 5 meter per second into time t 5 second plus 1 half acceleration a we calculated 1 meter per second square into time t 5 square, t square, that means a 5 square. So 5 multiplied by 5 we get the 25 plus 1, 5 square 25 divided by 2 we get a 12.5 meter. So distance traveled by the car is a 37.5 meter, right? We can also calculate this distance by a distance velocity relation. 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Understand about this example how we can calculate? So here initial velocity 18 km per hour, final velocity is a 36 km per hour and time is a 5 second. So first we calculate u is equal to 18 km per hour. Convert this 18 km per hour into meter per second, right? So 18 multiplied by 5 divided by 18, right? 18 cut, we get the 5 meter per second. V is equal to 36 km per hour. Similarly, we get a V 10 meter per second, and by the formula of the acceleration A is equal to V minus U divided by T, we get the acceleration 1 meter per second. So distance covered by the car we can calculate by a two different formula. We can use any one formula. First distance time formula and second distance velocity formula, right? S is equal to ut plus 1 half at square से भी हम कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं और 2as is equal to v square minus u square से भी कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं, right? Now we understand a third example. Example number 8.7, right? The brakes applied to a car produce an acceleration of 6 meter per second square in the opposite direction to the motion, right? By applying the brake, the acceleration produced in a car is a 6 meter per second square in the opposite direction. So the velocity of the car is reducing, right? If the car takes the 2 seconds to stop after the application of the brake, calculate the distance it travels during this time. So if the car stop after 2 seconds, so the time is given to you here 2 seconds, calculate the distance traveled by the object after applying a brake. So dear student, here given that the acceleration produced in the car 6 meter per second and in the opposite direction. So we take the acceleration A is equal to 6 meter per second and for the opposite direction we take a minus. T is given to you 2 meter per second and the car stop after the application of brake. That means the final velocity is 0, right? So here we take acceleration A is equal to minus 6 meter per second square. Why we take a minus acceleration? Because by applying a brake, the velocity of the car is reducing. So acceleration will be negative. So car produces an acceleration of 6 meter per second in the opposite direction. So we take a is equal to 6 meter per second, but minus, right? Minus we put in the opposite direction. T is equal to 2 second and final velocity v is equal to 0. Why we take final velocity v is equal to 0? Because after applying a brake, the car will be stopped, right? So we take the final velocity v is equal to 0. So how we can calculate the distance traveled by the object? So from the formula, first formula, velocity time relation, right? V is equal to u plus at. Initial velocity v is 0, sorry, final velocity v is equal to 0. Initial velocity we have to calculate plus acceleration a is equal to minus 6 into time to 2 second. So from this equation we get the initial velocity of the car u is equal to 12 meter per second, right? Now from the distance time relation or velocity time relation, we can calculate the distance traveled by the object. So this example we can also calculate with the help of the distance velocity relation. So here the initial velocity u is equal to 12 meter per second. So we get s distance traveled by the car, s is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. U we get a 12 multiplied by t2 plus 1 half acceleration a is equal to minus 6 and t is equal to 2 square, right? So here if you multiply 6 into 2 square, 24 divided by 2, we get the 12. So 24 meter minus 12 meter, we get a 12 meter. So dear student, distance traveled by the car is a 12 meter after the application of the brake. After applying a brake, the car will be stopped by after traveling a distance of the 12 meter. So dear student, understand all the three examples, right? More examples we will discuss in the exercise of this chapter, right?